Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bad Beast Barbecue Man Cave Unlimited Edition, okay? This is a part 2 video of us using the BrewDemon home beer brewing kit, okay? So, if you guys saw part 1, you know that we've had our beer in this conical fermenter now. It's supposed to be 7 days. I just got back off of Thanksgiving vacation, so actually it's been fermenting for 9 days. Hope that doesn't hurt it too bad. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is that we're going to be bottling our beer in these polymer amber color bottles here with a little sugar in the bottom of them to create carbonization, and where we have to sanitize everything. Okay, so what we have here is 1 gallon of warm water. If you guys remember when we sanitized the fermenter and all the other equipment, we used this one-step no-rinse cleanser, in which they included with the pack. We used, I think, a few tablespoons when we cleaned the fermenter, and now we're going to be using the rest of it to clean the bottles, okay? So we're supposed to empty the rest of the pack into 1 gallon of warm water, and that's what I have right here. So we're going to empty the rest of it in. And we're going to make sure we mix this well. All right, guys, so our one-step sanitizer is all dissolved, and now we're going to sanitize a couple things that I'm going to be using. This is a funnel to help me get the sanitizer into the bottles, so I'm going to sanitize that. Drop that down in here. And this is my measuring cup that I'm going to be getting the water out of here and pouring it into the bottle, so we want to sanitize that also. So we're going to give that about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're going to be filling sanitizer in our bottles. So I'm going to put my cone right here, and I'm going to get some sanitizer with the measuring cup. Kind of a messy process, but this is all I got to work with right now. I have to figure out another way in the future. Because you got to tighten up, you can have sanitizer everywhere. And we'll just shake this and get it everywhere, and we're supposed to let these sit for 10 minutes, okay? So I'm gonna do each one of these bottles. We're gonna let them sit for 10 minutes, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys, so all of our bottles have been sitting here with the sanitizer in it for about 10 minutes or so, and I'm gonna empty each one of these bottles out back into the original container. In case I have to re-sanitize anything, I can reuse the sanitizing liquid. All right, guys, so all of our bottles have been sanitized, and we're going to be adding our sugar into each one of these bottles. Now here I have some plain white sugar, and I hope I have enough. The only measuring spoons that I had was a ½ teaspoon, and you're supposed to put 2½ teaspoons in each one of the bottles, I think. Let me double check. All right, guys, that is correct. So 2½ teaspoons of sugar in each one of these bottles, which comes out to 6 of these ½ teaspoons, okay? So, all right, guys, all of our bottles, well, the 6 of our 8 bottles is full of sugar now with 2½ teaspoons apiece. These 3 have brown sugar in them, and these 3 have white sugar in them. So we know brown sugar has a molasses content to it, so we'll see how that affects anything, good or bad, okay? It's all about experimentation, okay? So now we're going to take these and we're going to fill these to the middle part of the base of the neck, or right above the base of the neck, okay? And then we'll get them stored. So let's go ahead and get them filled. All right, guys, so here our bottles of bottled beer. One Evil Pilsner out of our conical fermenter that's been sitting fermenting for 9 days. All of the what do you call it? The yeast is down in the bottom in the cone, so it doesn't look like any of it came out in the bottles. So now all we have to do with these is set them up in a dark area, cool area where it stays between 64 degrees and 82 degrees, and for 7 days, and then we'll be able to come back and squeeze the bottle periodically to see if it feels like a full 2-liter bottle of soda. Right now, you can press in on it, but like a 2-liter soda has some carbonation. Okay, so I'm supposed to just turn these slightly to try to get the sugar to dissolve in the inside the bottles so that it can create the carbonation. Okay, so you don't want to shake it, you just want to turn the bottle a few times in order to get the carbonation, or I should say to get the sugar dissolved. Okay, so we will come back in 7 days after I've put these in the refrigerator and get them cold, because I don't like drinking hot beer, and we'll see how it works out. So hey, since this is a time-lapse video, we will be going 7 days in the future right now. All right, guys, so we've gone through our 7-day process. Actually, it's been a little bit longer than 7 days because we fermented it actually for 9 days because I was out of town, came back in. So 9 days we fermented, and then we let the beer carbonate inside of these polymer containers or plastic bottles here, and they're pretty tight, so you can tell the carbonation did take. And these have sat in a spare bedroom inside of I had them inside of a cooler with the top off of them, just in case these burst, something would catch the liquid. Okay, but nothing happened, and it stayed between the recommended temperature. I'll put that at the bottom of the screen, the camera off the top of my head with the right thing. It was between 64 and 82 degrees, but the room stayed pretty cold and dark, so it was definitely out of the sunlight. So the couple of things that I want to try is, remember I told you that we only had a handful of white sugar. So we put white sugar in one and brown sugar in the other. So we're going to see if there's any flavor difference. 2, when I pop these open, I'm going to listen for some great carbonation. You know, when you open a beer, you hear that psst, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully we get that out of these also. And then the flavor. I've tasted this while it was warm before we chilled it. These have been in the refrigerator now for about a week. So they carbonated for 7 days, and they were in the refrigerator for a week. I just wasn't able to get to the video sooner. So let's go ahead and see what we got, okay? All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and first we're going to see if we can hear this carbonation to see if we get a good fizz, okay? Or a good psst, as far as the carbonation goes. Ready? That sounded pretty good, okay? Let's get a smell. It definitely smells like Pils beer, all right? And we're gonna go ahead and pour. And I'm gonna pour this and try to put a head on this beer because I know normally you don't, but I wanna see how much of a head this will make, okay? Nice and dark. Made a nice head. I'm pretty impressed so far. All right. So next time we pour, we'll pour it correctly, all right? All right, so let's go ahead and have a taste. This is the one with white sugar in it. I gotta say I like that. That One Evil Pilsner beer mix comes out really good. And I'm not a big Pils beer fan, because Pils usually has a harsh bite at the end of it. I spent 10 years in Germany drinking different beers, and Pils beer normally has that hard bite, but this is pretty nice, smooth. It's got no aftertaste whatsoever. Got some nice carbonization, got some nice color to it, so that's nice. Not crystal clear, but beautiful color nonetheless. I got to give that a 10, partner. That one's pretty good. The mixture of the recipe that we did made 7 of these. 7 liters of Pilsner beer. So I'm messing around with these two here, and we're going to take the other 4 home and we get some taste tests and some reviews from my brothers and some other people back home, and we'll see exactly what they think about it. Okay, let me grab another glass right quick. All right, and we'll see if there's any difference in taste with the brown sugar. More caramelization, and we'll try to pour this one correctly. All right. Let me top these back up so maybe the carbonization will last and I can drink these for the next couple of days. All right, so here's the brown sugar one. And it looks same color, looks fantastic. Same smell. So I don't anticipate any difference in taste. They're very close. This one may have just a little bit more sweetness in it, of course, because brown sugar has molasses in it, but could just be my imagination. But it's good nonetheless. So it seems you can use brown sugar or any sugar that you want to use in order to produce the carbonization. Okay. Well, that's it. That's the end of our first brewing journey. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. I want to thank the folks at BrewDemon for sending us the BrewDemon kit. It performed fantastic. Hopefully we can make some other stuff like mead and wine and some more beer and things of that nature. Okay, so, but until then, I guess I'll sit here and enjoy this nice beer. And, oh, excuse me. I guess the carbonation does work because I had a little belch there, so excuse me. So, but anyway, hey, thanks guys for joining us. Like we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If there's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there. Hey, if you got any questions about the BrewDemon or any comments, hey, put them down at the bottom of the video, okay? I'll put the link in the description block if you guys are interested in getting one of these, okay? Hey, as always, hey, we'll see you guys around the man cave. Man, this is some good stuff.